Hello, I'm Frank, and you're watching the Money Cup channel. Today, I want to discuss a very delicate topic. Many of my fellow YouTubers might accuse me, and I'll probably make a few enemies, but I believe it's important, ethically, to talk about this issue. Why do certain influencers promote financial products they don't believe in or own, leading many people to lose money by buying phantom cryptocurrencies or sending money to various accounts? First of all, I must tell you that among the European Union countries, the only one that has thought about this issue and passed a law is France. France has banned influencers on YouTube, Instagram, and other platforms from promoting financial products. Because if someone recommends a restaurant where you get food poisoning or a pair of fake shoes, it's not as serious as when someone who knows nothing about finance but is paid and takes advantage of their audience recommends financial products. In France, these things have been regulated. However, there have still been some notable cases where influencers with millions or tens of millions of followers promoted various cryptocurrencies or other things. They earned money, usually not that much, around $5,000 or $10,000, and then people started filing complaints. In the end, only one of these influencers was fined under this law. That said, French influencers are now too afraid to promote any financial products. On the other hand, I recommend financial products, but I always tell you up front that there's a risk I might lose too. I only recommend things that I personally buy. I'm not paid by Apple, Nvidia, or Bitcoin, especially since lately I've been advising people to sell, not buy. So if you lose money following my advice, know that I'm losing as well. I'm not infallible, but I've refused any paid advertisements from banks because I don't believe in their products. If a bank ever offers a product that I believe in, that's honest, low risk, and clearly described, then I might advertise it. As you've seen, I've avoided advertising anything I don't use myself, whether it's a wine I don't drink or sneakers I don't wear. But that's another issue. What I want to tell you is that many Americans have had to pay huge fines because they promoted various cryptocurrencies and pocketed millions of dollars. In the US, things have been taken a bit more seriously, and the justice system is doing its job. So you won't see X sitting in front of a computer telling you that Bitcoin is going to hit $70,000 and that you should buy Bitcoin, especially when they don't even own any Bitcoin themselves. But it doesn't matter if he had Bitcoin or not, because Bitcoin did hit $70,000 and then crashed afterward. A lot of people lost money. You should know that it's best not to follow anyone's advice blindly, not even mine. Try to do your own research, although the world is flooded with financial advisors to the point where you can't see the forest for the trees. There are so many of us offering opinions about the stock market. Try to copy only what makes sense to you. Analyze with your mind what I or others tell you. Follow multiple financial influencers and choose the advice that you believe suits you best. Stay away from those who don't explain the risks. If I recommend TLT, that is Treasury bonds, it's not because the US government is paying me, but because US Treasury bonds carry the lowest risk. The risk is that the US government could default. Given the size of the US debt, that's possible, but it's still less likely than Greece or France defaulting, or even Nvidia or Apple going bankrupt. I know it's a state of euphoria, and people tend to believe what famous personalities say, but as you've seen, many of these figures also sell their shares, like Buffett, Jensen Huang from Nvidia, or Elon Musk. Elon Musk has tricked investors countless times, and he still gets away with it. I'd like to end this video with a quote from Abraham Lincoln. "You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time." Eventually, things will settle, and what's important is that you don't forget the bad advice given by X and Y. Even I have made mistakes. I predicted Tesla would drop to $100 by the end of the year, but it went up to $260 at first, and now it's at $250. It could still drop to $100. When I made the prediction, right after Musk's statements, the stock went up. So I got it wrong. It's the same with other influencers. It's crucial to analyze when they've been wrong. If you only focus on the times they were right, you won't gain much. It's also important to remember what Napoleon said when he tried to use the same tactic in another battle. Marshal Ney told him, "Sire, you've tried this before. They'll catch on." And Napoleon replied, "They've forgotten nothing, but they've learned nothing." So try not to remember, but to learn. If you don't learn from my mistakes or others, at least learn from your own. Share, like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take care.